Fox is hiding on Bilibili and does not want to seem to go to YouTube anymore. Enna is going to still have her stream on Friday. Dokibird has a new Hyte case that is probably going to be created for her. She got her new Hyte PC. And many, many more news on this VTuber news segment. A little bit of a Vox Akuma update, which, you know, I know every single person out there absolutely adores Vox Akuma. Their liege, their lord, their whatever they want to call it. They absolutely adore Vox Akuma. So let's see. Seeing Vox running away to Bilibili proves who he is, a narcissist. Oh boy, I have a lot of dealings with narcissists, both online and offline. Vox exhibits all the typical traits of the narcissist in that black video. Narcs, at their core, want to be the most important person in the world. Yes, narcissists want to be the most important person in the world. They view everyone else as tools to be used and never look at a person as another human being. I've had that happen, both online and offline. In fact, they view others beneath them. Do not underestimate the lengths a narc would go to make themselves feel good and in power. Boy, have I felt that recently. Their main tools of manipulation are guilt tripping, ho-ho, excessive praise, and emotional manipulation, ho-ho. They would remind you of the favors they did for you. Oh my god, that sounds too familiar. How amazing they are, very familiar. Or how wrong you are, super familiar. They will gaslight you so hard that you begin to believe what they say. They will grind your self-worth to the ground to make you docile as a pet for them to control, hence to feel power and in control. Seeing how badly the black video failed, and seeing the world was not going according to their narrative in typical narc behavior, Vox ran away. Narcs at their core are cowards and have severe insecurity issues. I would like to... Oh, very, very, very familiar. I would like to see how Elira will come back to whatever Vox stream is that back on YouTube. Very unlikely. Seems like Vox is being pretty happy in Bilibili. More power to him if he actually is. More power to him if that's where he wants to enjoy himself. He can go wherever the heck he wants, but it's not going to look good if, you know, because he's being called out by all these people and he's just kind of hiding in a place where most people will not go, especially people in the West don't go to Bilibili. The main people who do are the Chinese fans who go to Bilibili because it's basically a Chinese replacement for YouTube. So yeah, you're not going to find me or other people in Bilibili. I am more appalled that a company allows such behaviors to begin with. Every company can hire bad apples. What's more important is that they cut them loose once their true faces are found out. A good or even decent company would, but we're talking about Nijisanji, of course. They love money too much. Of course they do. Why would he feel the need to change? His fans are all delusional parasocial worshippers who treat him like a deity. He definitely needs a dose of reality, him and his fans. Hell, if I ever debuted as a demon slayer, the occupation, not the show, I'd put a skeleton wearing Vox's clothes as a cameo and a pile of dead demon bodies. That might be taken as a threat, so it's probably best not to do that. I think it just proves how much of a coward and a blowhard this person is. When he saw how many of us disapproved and were angry at the black screen video, his feelings were hurt and went into his blanks. Will get the most massaging and blanking. Bilibili, going to Chinese money. I mean, Vox is a weird case. I recall him being pretty well liked, and the stream caught people off guard. I mean, he was straight up one of Selen's Niji cancelled friends. They collabed a lot. Nobody thought he was going to bury her like he did. Of course, I didn't even think so. So, like, if he did improve, would anyone know? A lot of people couldn't tell all those things until the stream happened. Yeah, Vox was well liked depending on the circles you were in, but he had controversies. He appeared to have strength, a strength that after a controversy and a slip-up, he'd learn from his mistakes and seek to rectify them. But I definitely started being wary after his film dropped and his role-playing fiasco. Yeah, he's had a lot of things. Did Bilibili update the system about revealing their real identity of who getting 500k? Did Vox realize about that landmine? He might not care. I mean, when you think about it, why is such an obvious narcissist hiding behind a VTuber avatar in the first place? If I remember, he wanted to be a movie director or something, so I think I heard once. It doesn't surprise me if it's the case. And yeah, just don't go and even watch Vox. Don't go and even watch people that you don't like. Just don't hate watch them. Don't watch them at all. It hurts them more if you don't watch them at all. Just a quick little reminder for each and every one of you out there. Do not harass Elira. Do not go and hate watch Elira. Do not go and spend any money on hate messaging Elira. Do not do any of that. In fact, the best thing you can do is ignore her and not show up to any of her streams. Why? Because that means that she will have lower CCV, and that will be the best way to make sure she knows that you do not approve of the things that she's done. If you hate watch her, if you go and send hate messages, and you go and send hate super chats and things like that, it will only feed the victim complex. It'll only feed the persecution fetish that they have. It'll only feed all of that stuff that they're having right now. It will make them be like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Look at me, I'm the victim. Look at all this stuff that's happening to me. They'll do that. This person says, Nijisisters are growing more and more desperate, looking for crumbs and reaches to counterattack people criticizing Nijisanji and the talents. They might even pose as haters to send Elira hateful super chats the day of the stream and fabricate ammo. The best way to counter this is to keep Elira's CCV within normal ranges of a Nijisanji streamer in 2024, so they cannot claim the stream was filled with hate watchers. If you don't agree with Nijisanji's actions, or more specifically some streamers, do not go to her stream. I repeat, do not go to her stream. Speak with your actions. There's nothing for us there anymore. The place we used to have fun in is gone. Exactly. Do not go and do that. Don't like her after the black stream. It's simple. Do not click any of her videos. Do not go and dislike it. Do not go and leave a negative comment. Do not go in with an ad blocker. On YouTube, video visibility is determined by its algorithm, which is determined by any sort of engagement. Exactly. In this instance, the best way to hurt Elira, and by extension Nijisanji, is to be indifferent. Pretend they do not exist. Do not stop until we start seeing change. Exactly. And another one saying the same. If you want to punish, just ignore her and her content. Absolutely. That's the best way of doing this. That's the way I'm going to do this. That's the way you guys should do this. Don't watch her stream. Just ignore. This is a good message. This is a message that I want to send as well to any Nijisanji livers. I doubt any of them are going to be watching, but I do want to send it to people, which is basically saying to anyone who's in the clique, if you're getting blank threats on your PL account, Kurosanji account, please take a picture and try to send it to Kurosanji. I don't know if they even help you. Or to local law enforcement, like police, because cyberbullying and cyber harassment is a crime pretty much everywhere. Your real fans will help you. If you ever want to talk to someone that isn't complete, the company, etc., we're here for you. Exactly. I doubt I'm ever going to get any Nijisanji VTuber talking to me because of all the Nijisanji news I've been doing. I doubt Nijisanji will ever even touch me with a 10-foot pole. But if that were to ever happen, yes, I would absolutely give them emotional and mental support if I can, because they are human beings. They are people behind the mask, and I do not want them to get hurt. I am not a Nijisanji simp. I'm not a Nijisanji lover. I am just a person who does not want that type of hatred in the community, period. I dislike the company. I don't like what they've done. I don't like what they've done to their people, but it's like, it's crazy. I would say it's the case for the ones in the clique too, assuming the clique is real. No matter what bad actions single talent has done, the company's actions are worse. Even so, the guilty ones need to know that they have safety net and don't need to just keep receiving these threats silently. If one of the guilty talents, air quotes, since despite all the evidence you can find is confirmed, so for all we know, there's a chance Niji is using it as a scapegoat. Were to do something drastic like attempting after getting threats, it would be just as tragic as if someone completely innocent were to do that. Exactly. No one that I know of that is a rational human being, that is a rational individual, wants negative things to happen to the livers, like actual negative physical damage to happen to the livers. I don't want that. I don't want anyone to attempt anymore. I don't want anyone to feel like they need to harm themselves, like self-harm or anything like that. I don't want anyone to go through that ever, because I've lived that through my family. I've had family members who have attempted, and that is not a fun experience for them, and it's not a fun experience for anyone else. It is just not fun overall. I can tell from a personal experience, I don't want that for anybody. It is a pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, really, truly. So I hope that they get what they, deserve when it comes to treatment, when it comes to betterment, when it comes to having friends around them, and they're human beings. So treat them as such. All right, everybody. We all know Dokibird. We all like Dokibird. Well, a lot of people like Dokibird. I like Dokibird. Dokibird is cool. Dokibird is a warm-hearted person, which I'm very happy to support. Surprise! Yes, the secret PC that's been stuck in Canadian customs was built by Hyte brand Ibuypower. I can't believe my dream goal has finally come true. I never thought this day would be possible. This would ever be possible. I cried when I found out they've been waiting to work with me for a very long time. So thank you for sending this custom PC to my Dragoons. Please look forward to some special announcement in the future. So yeah, you have this here, which has the Dokibird logo and everything. It's very nice. I like the color scheme. I like the white. It's very nice. That's probably has DDR5. It's probably an RTX either 4000 series card or a 3000 series card. Still very, very good. Hope you guys won't be overwhelmed with all the news coming in. There's going to be a lot of work going on behind the scenes almost every day, and the calendar is looking more and more packed. My priority will always be to make the Dragoons happy, so enjoy the ride. Don't forget to carve out some time to make yourself happy. Share your success, Doki. You effing earned it. You're allowed to be proud and happy for what you deserve. Exactly. Exactly. We Dragoons are so lucky to have you. Congratulations, you deserve it. Much more. I'm proud of being a Dragoon, and I really appreciate you to the work you do and the team that gives back to the community. Can't wait for the news. There's so much news for her, which is very, very good. Hyte made a custom PC for her. Hyte is the same company, as you know, that got rid of a lot of Nijisanji works. Like I think it was Etheria. I think they were doing Etheria. They got rid of that. And they kept the Hololive one, and they kept the Persona 3 one. So they weren't getting rid of custom cases. They just got rid of those. And this Dokibird custom case is now something that I'm pretty sure eventually is going to be offered, at least the case itself, Maybe not the PC. The PC was something that was done either for her or, you know, in conjunction with her. So that may or may not be something that you can get later on. But let's hope that it is, and she gets a little kickback, because it's always nice to see creators supported this way. Taking a bit of a deep dive into the mental structure of the people that we know now as the Nijisanji sisters, the Nijisanji Karens, whatever you want to call them. Totally beginning to see the mental structure of the hatred that the JP Nijisisters have for Hololive, Vispo, Neoporte, Airo High School, etc. Nijisanji was a winner in JP before it was overtaken by Hololive. They were darlings of their time, and many of the now fallen JP livers dominated the JP internet. They were not the so-called ruling party to this day. They have never been able to hold the ruling position in the industry, but they were enjoying the spring of the world when they kicked Kizuna Ai and others off the stage to their outdated and finished content and campaign that JP opinion supported at the time. During the Nijisanji heyday, Nijisanji livers treated VTubers from what is now Hololive and other agencies like henchmen. Shirokami Fubuki and Minato Aqua were day laborers who came to Niji. Hosho Marine, a newcomer, had to bow down to Takamiya Rion, and Nekomato Kayu was far below Shina Yuika. And now, Rion has given up and remains obedient to any color, not even resisting the situation in which she was crushed and placed in Niji's environment. And Yuika has completely reversed her position with Okayu, to the point where she does not even know what she is usually doing. Marine is the #1 JP VTuber, subscribed, at least the person subscribed, surpassing Kizuna Ai. And Hololive became the industry's ruling party, getting more and more of everything Niji was supposed to get, more everything the Niji sisters fantasized he was supposed to get. As you have probably heard by now, the transition has led to JP sisters' extraordinary hatred of Hololive and others. For the Niji sisters who know those days, Nijisanji's current decline is the hell that makes them want to blank, and their hatred directed towards Hololive, which has overtaken Niji, and Vispo, which has been overtaking Niji in recent years. So the fact that this mindset exists in the first place is frustrating, always has been, but prevalent throughout just about everything, which is very tiring. Friendly competition is good. Friendly competition is always good. When other people try to knock you down because you're having friendly competition, they try to find something to knock you down with. Try to find some evil thing that you've done or whatever to knock you down with. That is the bad thing. That shows a bad VTuber. That shows a bad person overall. Someone who doesn't have good morals, in my opinion. Though it can also bring creativity, collabs, and unity, it is when one side or both start not being so friendly to the other side, perhaps out of hatred, jealousy, or because they're sore losers, bad winners, which leads to part of the community to go way too far and get way too passionate about their side winning over the other and do everything they can to make it happen. That's the thing. It's becoming too adversarial. It's not like friendly competition. It's I will knock you down because you are making me look bad competition. You know, that type of thing. Speaking of recognition, Hollow to be recognized by a lot of big names. Mains appeared in Chloe's concert, Matsuma Rika in Coyotes, Hayami Saori in Suisei, Yuki Aoi do watch-based stream and have several collabs with Hollow. Several other big names appeared in some of Marine's Sayu project. One with them claimed to be your fan for collaborations on projects. There were Inoue Taku with Suisei, Toby Fox with Kanata, Sugita with Pekora, Kali and Rio, etc. Incho and Inoue Taku, some of their songs were written by them. Basically, you know, Abemu and other people were, you know, having a lot of programs with their paid fan site featuring content that invites those same big names to collab and have a chat with their most recent Hologo, which similar but Seiyus came with VTuber PNG model. So basically, Hololive is getting the large recognition that a lot of these people feel that Nijisanji should be getting, and that makes them angry. They shouldn't be angry. They should be happy that someone is still making it out there. But you know, like I said, they have put their whole identity into this company. So when the company's doing bad, it makes them feel bad because it is a direct effect on them the way that they see it, which isn't healthy. Here we go. V4 Mirai is opening up VTuber auditions for their female VTubers, of course. Here's what they're doing that's a little bit different than what Nijisanji does. It's more on the kind of the Idol Lien does and Idol does overall. It's saying V4 Mirai is here to challenge the possibilities and take VTubing to the next level. Let's show you the world we're made of. Auditions for V4 Mirai are open, and here's what some of the slides they put. Your international management team is always with you. Managers in the West and Japan both ensure your needs are met, your concerns are heard, and your ideas are brought to life in a timely, friendly, and professional manner. The trust we've built with our talents have helped us to grow to become the 3rd largest VTubing company in the world. So they have been because they've been doing things right. 3D modeling, motion capture, for bigger possibilities. We work with expert 3D models to bring our VTubers to the third dimension and broadly boast our own in-house motion capture studio in California. Additionally, talent are provided with all the equipment necessary to make their 3D content on their own. So they're probably provided with some kind of VR wear, something to motion capture it, which is nice. Your live 2D VTuber model and assets are produced from scratch. Our connections with Japan's leading artists and designers from illustration to final model ensure you a striking character design brought to life with a higher quality model. Plus, we work with you to bring your dreamed character to life. Finally, we fully cover and produce your debut valued at $12,000. This is a direct hit at Nijisanji, because if you remember the document that Sayu put out, that Zaion Lanza put out, the girl's testimony, the thing that she put out, a girl's story I believe it was called, said that they, being any color, being Nijisanji, did not pay a red cent, a dime for your debut. You had to pay it yourself. And a lot of them, including her, were in the red by the time the debut popped out. Your comprehensive debut package includes a character design, live 2D, streaming assets, original group song, solo song, and a cover song. And more, it looks like, because of the ... So it includes more. $12,000 worth of stuff, which is great. It's the way it should be. If you are part of a company, a large corporation like this, or even a small corporation, they should be able to support you in some way, shape, or form. That's the way it should be, especially with a large company like Anycolor, Hololive, etc. I know Hololive supports their talents. I know Hololive also supports their debuts. I know because they do the songs, they do everything together. They support the debuts. That's the way it should be. V4 Mirai is another good one in the world, it looks like. And it's small compared to Niji. And it says all these things, the 3D, basically, V4 Mirai has their own motion capture studio in California. Talent are provided with the equipment to do things that they need to do. In addition to the tweet here, the 6 members, first and second generations, already have 3D models and have 3D at home and have put on a 3D concert despite the fact that Gen 2 debuted in November 2023. So even Gen 2 that recently debuted already had their 3D concert. Let me say that again. They debuted in 2023 in November and they already have a 3D concert. Nijisanji doesn't have a mocap studio. Only Lazulite has had 3D models. Even only then, they currently only have the ability to do the 3D model at home. They don't have the ability. Only Lazulite has ever had that ability. And even Obsidian and Etheria have both had the 2-year anniversaries before their 3D debuts, so they're lazy. From scratch 3D models, they have connections to JP artists who will work with you to design your models. I'm inclined to believe that. This person is inclined to believe that. For Nijisanji, cannot disprove that every single wave allowed their talents to create their models from scratch. However, I can prove that Etheria's models predate the auditions as shown here. Believe that Selen says in her video, Rewriting Our Lore, that the talents that ended up in Lazulite and Obsidia worked out somehow which models they would get, but take this with a grain of salt. The debut, of course, the fully covering the model. I hope it's true, because if it's true, this would be amazing. Nijisanji, directly quoting from Sayu's document, One Girl Story. Around the end of October, it is when we were finally able to start planning with our debuts. I had experienced debuting as a VTuber for my own activities, so I was familiar with all the elements needed and how to manage planning with all the different people I'd work with. Regarding the question of what was needed for the debut and subsequent streaming activities, the managers informed that nothing is really required. It's up to you how much or how little you want to have for it. I personally incurred the cost of planning a successful debut. Our lore was written by ourselves. I had to find people who had the skill sets needed for the graphics and animations myself, and to pay them myself. By the time we debuted, I was already hugely in the red, in order to plan and execute a debut befitting of a talent at such a big company. And from Raziel's document, most of the things he was commissioning for his debut went without a hitch, but he would express frustrations on certain things as commissioning an overlay and not liking it, that the person who was supposed to create his intro starting screen was ghosting him, that he was bad at PowerPoints, and that he needed someone to make his debut slides look pretty. I stepped up and offered to do that. Basically, he was doing it himself, as we know now with Nijisanji, they all do that themselves. And if you still need more evidence, well, this is venturing into some speculative territory, so this is a rat. Look at Shu's debut lore video, or compare the Chris and TTT debuts and the Advent and Armis debuts. Yeah, the debuts were different. Like Nijisanji looks like, yeah, it looks like someone being forced to do it themselves versus someone that has a company behind them. So that stuff is a big part of the way why I dislike Nijisanji as a company as much. Lack of support, coupled with the fact that leaving it's hard for the livers, leaves them stuck with a piece of stagnant misery. Exactly, it's just misery for them. I hate that. Stop comparing companies that operate according to modern values with a medieval serfdom. Yeah, exactly. Brave Goop does different approaches. Other companies do different approaches. I know Idol does a different approach. Globy, Vispo, they're all doing better than Nijisanji, which is a monolith. It's an old, outdated monolith that should change, but they won't. So here's another thing that popped up in the feed, which is the lovely feed. What we have here is Mint Phantom. The memberships are now open. They're open again. And that's great. That's very good because she has 100K subscribers now. She has people who want to be part of the memberships. And there are a lot of people who are going through the memberships now. Just watch it accelerate! It accelerates! It's pretty much, you hear it in Parrot Chan's voice. Accelerate! She's like, yeah, but oh, stop! Everyone, once it opened, everyone was like, hell yeah, I'm going for this. Gifting 5 memberships, gifting 20 memberships, all these memberships, look at that. See, that's the support, 10 memberships. That's the support that the Nijisisters say that we don't give to the ex-livers. Another 20 memberships. This is what people say that we don't give to the ex-livers. You're talking about that's not good support? You're saying that's not a good support? It's like, what the heck? Okay, I'm going to say it here because it's PL related and it doesn't need a new thread. Kunai removed her last remaining community post on her PL YouTube. Hope it's not because of trolling or harassment. I know it's got a few, like 2 to 5 comments in the recent few weeks, but that's it, unless something weird happened in the 24th. So thanks to whoever gifted me a membership. You know, it's that low. It's $1.99. I hope it's conscious choice. I think she just wants people to be able to make a membership with them. I think that's what it is. Just a thought, since this is Mint related, posting on the Mint subs and cross-posting it to here will help building those communities and give folks an option for taking a break from the Niji dumpster fire while still keeping up with the escapee fun. Yeah, exactly. Have fun in the other made mints, Mint Phantom, Dokibird, Jakarta, all those. Have fun in those places if you want a little bit of relaxation from Niji. But I'm going to give you news from everybody, including Mint, including Doki, including anybody that I see. For those people saying that Nijisanji has been good and everything, they are the ones to pretty much, according to what people are saying, bringing the deleting of talents accounts upon retirement. Before 2016 to 2019, the VTubers in the early days, they're still available, both corporate and indie. Their channels were not deleted. It wasn't until Niji's meteoric rise in 2018, 2019, and subsequent quiet turnover rate that Niji began deleting channels upon the talent's departure, with many smaller corpos and even indie VTubers following Niji's example. Before this, the total deletion of a VTuber's channel was an anomaly and usually reserved for the absolute worst fringe firings, like an actual termination. And even then, there's some controversial non-Niji figures whose channels are still up to this day. As a consequence, many of the most beloved and influential members of Nijisanji, like Chitose, Lulu, Gibara, Warabeda, Melissa, and Gundo Mirei, I believe, are almost completely unheard of nowadays, particularly among the English-speaking VTuber communities, even though many of them have reincarnated and still stream. Perhaps I've just been around too long, but it's upsetting that this practice rarely comes up in conversations regarding Nijisanji, yet it's one of the most evil things they've always done. And I've always resented them for it. Yeah, the disappearance of larger channels like that, it sucks. It should only really happen, like I honestly feel, it should only really happen when there's a big firing, like a big NDA breach, that type of thing, where it is not in the best interest of the company to keep even the talent's channel up. You know what I mean? On this topic, it is normal for PLs to be nuked and privated before debuting as a corpo VTuber, or is that also Nijisanjiism? I know Hololive doesn't seem to do it, but it's become more apparent that they might be the exception to most of the things in corporate VTubing. By the way, I know not all of them are nuked, but a lot of them are. I was listening to Enna's PL covers before she ever joined Nijisanji, thanks to Callie's competition, so I know that her PL stuff is still up. It was just a Nijisanji thing. So Nijisanji kind of forced them to do that because Nijisanji didn't want competition, didn't want direct competition from a smaller VTuber, which is weird. For them to even think of that as direct competition, it's kind of a weird thing, but Nijisanji being all money, money, money all the time, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. And here we have a little bit of a meme, how the Nijisanji community feels about yachts. Burn it down! Just your average cozy gameplay. Yes, from V4 Mirai. Yes, we burn it down. Sink the yacht. That's what everyone's saying. Everyone's saying that nowadays because that's what we want. We want the yacht sunk. Because we want it to be rebuilt. We want not it to be rebuilt for Tazumi, but it to be rebuilt for the livers. If it's a yacht for the livers, if like the livers were having yachts because they're getting so much money, I'd be happy about that. But Riku Tazumi getting the yacht? Not so much. Real quick, if y'all remember the Gurat, there was a lot of things about Enna in there. There was an NTR arc, there was a fried chicken incident, there was a lot of things, and yeah, all this stuff is happening here. It's basically, yeah, she's being mocked for all this. It's just, as you can see, the NTR arc releases NTR themed outfit, which is a Queen of Spades. She blanks her fans to VN skit, the voice novel skit. Then voice note skit. Involves Khyo over to her house, invites Khyo, aggressively flirts with Hex on Twitter, doing all that kind of stuff, the parasocial dramas, gets criticism for being an NTR VTuber, the dramas, you know, all that kind of stuff, just a bunch of dramas looking at her. Like, Enna's been caught in numerous lies, all that type of stuff. Enna, like any VTuber, is going to have some things that are going to hit her. I don't know how much this is going to hit her, but this is an interesting thing to look at. And people say just VT doing their usual stuff, meticulous at listing every misstep, mistake, transgression about anyone in question. Even Selen is not free from it. What you do with that info they listed is up to you. That being said, I received info from Made Discord that Enna has started therapy on Tuesday, according to her most recent stream. I don't know what it's for, but well, if it's behavioral, then it's good for her. Any therapy is good. It's never too late to reform. If it's for mental health issues regarding work conditions, then paints a grimmer picture of Nijisanji. If it's because Nijisanji is doing bad things to them, and they're getting a lot of stress, a lot of work-related stress, that's never good. That's not a good thing. That's not something that I want either. So that's what I have to say about that one. Enna has a poster board, and she didn't see something that is at the bottom right. I will make sure to let you guys see it, because I want you guys to see it. It looks like this was all done by people who were fans of hers. It's kind of like an open drawing thingy that they had, because you can look at those circles. It looks like people are actually drawing on there. I don't know if it's like an open canvas that she allowed. I don't know if you can allow that. I don't know how she did that, but it was like for her birthday, it looks like, because HBD means happy birthday. And the one on the bottom right wrote justiceforselen. So out of everything else, KT Mama, all the other, you know, wonderful things, KT Justice, all that wonderful stuff, on the bottom right, someone wrote justiceforselen. And it's happy birthday, KT Mama. Thank you for being our ally of justice. Yeah, people were actually saying she's an ally of justice, while another person just saying justice for Selen, which wasn't erased. It didn't look like it was erased. But you gotta love people. People love trolling. You gotta love that. Justice for Selen is right in front of her face. Oof. It's a big oof. Unarchived stream anyway. She's not going to get in any trouble. And even if it wasn't, they just edit that part out of the VOD. Just saw it on Twitter. Had to run here to see if y'all saw it too. I'm dying of laughter. See what the Twitter people say. Like someone else pointed out on another post about this, there's a possibility she saw it, but she had to bite her tongue and pretend nothing weird was on her screen. Yeah, you have to pretend. You have to act a lot of times when they're not on the screen. Yeah, Kyoko, Tweeter, VTweeter, TBA. Let's see if they have any kind of post engagements. None yet. So this is just, it's funny. It's funny that someone did that. I'm glad someone did that because, you know, seriously, the things that they did to Selen are reprehensible, are bad. And yeah, they deserve to have a little bit of a fun poked at them. Not to the point of like mistreatment or the point of, you know, feeling horrible or anything like that, but just a little bit of fun, you know. We do a little bit of trolling sometimes, and that's fine. It has a tabletop game, a card game, Hololive the card game, popping out. This is what's here. It's been announced. We love it. It's all in Japanese, of course, but like, still love it. Yeah, still love it. Let's see if they show it. They don't show it, so they don't show it. 2024 release. Oh boy, I can't wait to play my favorite HoloMems deck. Their deck is Sunlock Strategy. Exactly. No, imagine Kaela and Bibu card specializing in stall male deck. Because long stream, long game. Clueless. It looks good. It looks like it's gonna be very good. Left leg, Forbidden One. Left leg, yeah, they're gonna try to make it an Exodia. That's long legs. How much is summon Hachama form? I wonder if it's only the card game or whether they will also have a card video game. Who knows? We will see. This is one thing that's fun. That's fun. It's releasing in September. Their PR Time article. It's a full-fledged game, a trading card game. Cover Corporation, April 11th. They've announced it. It's a new CCG plan developed by Cover Corporation. New illustrations, as well as illustrations previously created. The game offers content that can be enjoyed as a collection, appearing a wide range of fans. Product is supported by Bushiroad. So Bushiroad is going to be doing the sales for this stuff. So it's good. It has good support. They have a lot of trading card games that Bushiroad is splitting, and it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. It's very nice. It looks very cool. And the other ones that they've done in the past are these. So you have the Schwartz Hololive 2023. You have, you know, that type of stuff. The Booster Pack Hololive Productions of White Shorts. You have these types of things that have been done in the past. You know, all of them have been done in the past. So I think it's gonna be positive. It's gonna be good stuff. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys. And I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.